Bonjour, je m'appelle Andy. Comment ça va? Bonjour, mais disons Andy. Bapla? Good day, my name is Andy. How are you? Let's talk about the French and Occitan languages. Back when France didn't have a centralized school system, French was not a national language. Every region had its own dialect that we call patois in French. The two dialect groups were named after their respective words for yes. O being the form of yes in the south, and oi, now oui, being used for yes in the north. Langues developed into Occitan and included Provençal, a dialect that became the language of the troubadours in the south of France. Of the Langues dialects, that of the Paris region gradually supplanted all others as the standard idiom and developed into modern French. However, both Langues and Langues dialects persisted in some rural areas as patois, or popular provincial speech. The Langues are a dialect continuum that includes Standard French and its closest autochthonous relatives historically spoken in the northern half of France, southern Belgium, and the Channel Islands. These belong to the larger category of Gallo-Romance languages, which also include the historical languages of East Central France and Western Switzerland, Southern France, portions of Northern Italy, and the Val d'Aran in Spain. 5 zones of partially mutually intelligible Oi dialects have been proposed. Frankish zone includes Picard, Wallon, Lorrain, Northern Normand, spoken north of the Jaurès line, including Anglo-Norman, such as Guernesiais, spoken in Guernsey, Gerrier, spoken in Jersey, Ornay, spoken in Alderney, Cerquier, spoken in Sark, and Eastern Champenois. Francian zone includes Standard French or Français, and other non-standard varieties such as Orléanais, Tourangeau, Berrichon, Bourbonnais, and Western Champenois or Eastern Francien. Burgundian zone includes Bourguignon and Franc-Comtois. Armorican zone includes Angevin, Southern Norman, spoken south of the Jaurès line, and Gallo. Poitevin-Saint-Auger zone includes Poitevin and Saint-Auger. Occitan, also known as Langues by its native speakers and sometimes also referred to as Provençal, is a Romance language spoken in southern France, Monaco, Italy's Occitan valleys, as well as Spain's Val d'Aran. Collectively, these regions are sometimes referred to as Occitano. It is also spoken in southern Italy, in Calabria, in a linguistic enclave of Cosenza area, mostly Guardia Piemontese. Some include Catalan in Occitan, as the distance between this language and some Occitan dialects, such as the Gascon language, is similar to the distance between different Occitan dialects. Catalan was considered a dialect of Occitan until the end of the 19th century, and still today remains its closest relative. Occitan is an official language of Catalonia, where a subdialect of Gascon, known as Aranese, is spoken in the Val d'Aran. Since September 2010, the Parliament of Catalonia has considered Aranese Occitan to be the officially preferred language for use in the Val d'Aran. Occitan can be divided into 6 main dialects. Gascon includes the Béarnese and Aranese spoken in Spain, Languedocien, Limousin, Auvergnat, Provençal, including the Nissards subdialect, Vivarois-Alpine, also known as Alpine or Alpine Provençal, and sometimes considered a dialect of Provençal. Occitan has no official status in France, and according to the UNESCO Red Book of Endangered Languages, 4 of the 6 major dialects of Occitan, Provençal, Auvergnat, Limousin, and Languedocien, are considered severely endangered, whereas the remaining 2, Gascon and Vivarois-Alpine, are considered definitely endangered. In the next part, let's hear the beautiful sounds of their language.
1,
Une,
2,
12,
3,
13,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8,
9,
9,
10,
10,
rouge,
Roce,
vert,
verde,
jaune,
jaune,
orange,
orange,
bleu foncé,
blau fust,
bleu clair,
blau clar,
marron,
marron,
violet,
violet,
blanc,
blanc,
rose,
rose,
noir,
negre,
gris,
gris,
la tête,
le cap,
la joue,
la gauto,
le cou,
le col,
les cheveux,
los pels,
l'oreille,
l'orello,
l'œil,
l'uell,
le nez,
le nas,
la bouche,
la boca,
le genou,
le genoll,
le coude,
le cuide,
la cheville,
la cavillo,
la jambe,
la cambo,
le pied,
le pè,
le pouce,
le det gros,
le doigt,
le det,
le poignet,
le pugnet,
le bras,
le bras,
la main,
la main,
Tous les êtres humains naissent libres et égaux en dignité et en droit. Ils sont doués de raison et de conscience et doivent agir les uns envers les autres dans un esprit de fraternité.
Toate los estres umans nai sunt libres e egals en dignitate e en dreches. Sunt dotats de rason e de consciència. E cal qu'agigun los unes amb los autres amb un esperit de fraternitat.
Chacun peut se prévaloir de tous les droits et de toutes les libertés proclamés dans la présente déclaration, sans distinction aucune, notamment de race, de couleur, de sexe, de langue, de religion, d'opinion politique ou de toute autre opinion, d'origine nationale ou sociale, de fortune, de naissance ou de toute autre situation.
Cadun se pot prevaler de toate los dreches e libertats proclamat dins acesto declaraciu. Sen gei de distințiu de raça, de color de pèl, de sexe, de lengua, de religiu, d'opiniu politică, ou d'autrumeno, d'origine națională ou socială, de riquesa, de naissença, ou de quina autre situaciu que sia.
De plus, il ne sera fait aucune distinction fondée sur le statut politique, juridique ou international du pays ou du territoire dont une personne est ressortissante, que ce pays ou territoire soit indépendant, sous tutelle, non autonome ou soumis à une limitation quelconque de souveraineté.
Demai se farà pas gei de distințiu basado sulla situaciu politică, juridică ou internațională del país ou del territori que li appartene una persoană, que sia independent, just tutela, non autonome ou soumise a quina limitaciu de sobeiranetat que sia.